Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impressions. I will be doing just a few today, not as much as yesterday, but I think we're almost to the end of Crunchyroll's anime. I will be doing some Netflix as well as some High Dive first impressions on their anime as well. We are right now doing Merc StoriA, the apathetic boy and the girl in a bottle. Pretty long story, title. But before I continue, I want to say a few things. One, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel so you guys know when I upload videos and go live. Two, if you haven't seen the first episode and don't want me to ruin it, then you might want to shut down this video and then come back and hear my opinion. And three, and lastly, if you guys want to see my other first impressions, they're in my channel, so go check those out. Okay, now that that's out of the picture, let's talk about Merc StoriA. Merc StoriA is was a video game for iOS and Androids, and it wasn't really that popular, at least amongst my friends, but it is a well-known story. It's one of those games that people played, so you know it just wasn't really popular, I guess, in the general public. But it was still a well-played game. Merc StoriA is a world where humans and monsters, at least in this village, can live together peacefully. Now, the way this works is that monsters are healed by healers, and they're tamed, essentially, to live and work among humans. So we follow this boy. It almost feels like a shonen's anime, to be honest, and we follow the story of this little boy. His dad arrives. His dad is an adventurer. He gives him a bottle, and that's really about it about the dad. His dad leaves to another adventure and says, you know, I'm gonna be back again in the winter. Winter comes and winter goes, and he's not back now. They don't explain what happens. They don't explain if he died, if he never came back, if he was hurt. In fact, we don't even see the mom. There's just a time lapse of change from where he opens a bottle that his dad gave him and it ends up being a monster. And then it almost feels like 2 or 3 years passed, and they completely forget about mentioning what happened to the dad. Now, we hit the story pretty fast. He basically is afraid of monsters, and which makes me think his dad died. But he's afraid of monsters, except for this girl who looks kind of like a little mermaid inside a bottle, and she's the only one that he interacts with. And throughout the story, essentially, we see that he is afraid of monsters, and eventually we see him heal a monster and protect another little monster, Mr. Fluff, who ends up following him in his adventure. And that's kind of, in a nutshell, the first episode. We see other aspects of monsters, of how they co-live with humans. Like, some are pets, some are monsters that are used in circuses, some are just wandering around the streets and people kind of just interact with them, and that's kind of what monsters do. We haven't really seen one worked other than the circus, so I'm pretty excited to see what comes next out of this story. I think this is one of the ones that I'm going to follow. It's a pretty nice little shonen that probably, I could say it's directed more to a younger crowd, but you can still enjoy it. I've seen a lot of anime that's directed to a younger crowd, but it's still really, really enjoyable. So, as of right now, out of 10, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's going to be the best of the crop. Probably not top 5. Could be top 10, but I don't see it going, you know, real high in my list whenever the season is over. So, overall, guys, I recommend it, and you guys should just check it out in Crunchyroll. Also, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for all the support you guys give me. yeah, it like Nick is saying there in the comments, yeah, it is more directed to kids, you know, aspects of anime, but the game was really played by all ages. So, you know, if it is based off the game, as an adult that played the game, you probably want to watch the anime just for the heck of it. But oh well. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you so much for the support and love, guys. And like always,